everyone. Welcome to Family Time. Family Time is a weekly interactive devotional that is designed to help you and your family or you and your spouse grow in your discipleship and your walk with the Lord. Each week we are going to post one of these devotional videos sometime at the beginning of the week with the hope that sometime during that week you'll be able to view this with your spouse or with your family to help encourage you to mature in your faith as a Christian. It's interactive in that at different points during these videos, you'll have an opportunity to pause the video to get your Bible or to discuss one of the different reflection questions that we have developed. We're going to be looking at different words that are relevant for our walk as Christians and that will help us grow closer together as family units. This week, we're going to look at the word respect. And we're going to look at Matthew chapter 7, verse 12, as we think about this idea of respect. So as we turn to Matthew chapter 7, verse 12, if you want to pause this video now and get a Bible, I'll be here waiting for you. Okay, let's read this passage together. Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. Jesus says, "Therefore, whatever you want others to do for you, do also the same for them. For this is the law and the prophets." So here, very simply, Jesus gives us what we sometimes call the golden rule. It's that we are supposed to do for other people what we would want done for ourselves. And one thing that's very important that Jesus says here is that this idea, this golden rule that we talk about, is the law and the prophets. That's a big deal. He's saying that the entire Old Testament can be summed up in this one command that he gives us. Because the law and the prophets were there to help us understand how we should rightly treat one another, how we can love our neighbor, how we can be holy and righteous and like God is to us. So he says if you are treating other people in the way that you would want to be treated, this is essentially what the entire Bible is talking about. So this is a very important command that Jesus gives us. This golden rule of treating others in the way that we want to be treated is also something very important to remember in our families. Here's the first discussion question for you. What are some practical ways that you can practice this teaching of Jesus in your family? You can pause the video now as you discuss. Here's the second discussion question. If you notice in verse 13, the verse right after the verse that we've been talking about, Jesus talks about the narrow and wide gate. So here's the question. Why do you think, after talking about the golden rule, Jesus then goes into a conversation about the narrow and wide gates? Number 3, how do you think your family would be different if everyone committed themselves to this teaching of Jesus? As we end our family time together, take some time after this video ends to pray together as a couple or as a family that you could commit yourselves to treating other people, treating the other members of your family as you want to be treated. Pray that we would all have the humility to respect one another and put the needs of one another above our own. Thanks for tuning in to Family Time. We'll see you next week.